Hello, class of 2010, Father Ryan community. Today I speak to you all as Domenic DiGiovanni, not as Dom on the intercom. And instead of reading you the news of the day, I hope to deliver news that will stay with you all for the rest of your lives. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that today is an important day. All the work we have done over the past 4 years, all the time we have spent together as a class, and all of the changes we have witnessed in ourselves as individuals have led us to this moment, the moment where we take the next step, say goodbye to the high school experience, and embrace what lies ahead. As we make this transition, we will bring with us experiences, memories, and gifts from our high school years as we set out into the wider world. While the enjoyable memories of high school years are many, there comes a departure from Father Ryan and mission. The world we are about to enter is one that faces a number of issues, paramount among them being a challenge with faith. As we take our places as Father Ryan alumni, we also take upon ourselves the responsibility to carry out the school's message to a greater community that, unfortunately, is not as faithful as it could be. In a time when society points to norms and standards, Father Ryan's mission strives to raise the bar. What that mission is simple, and, in a word, it is a word that we, as Father Ryan's students, have heard frequently: excellence. However, the simplicity of excellence does not imply that excellence is easy to achieve. Our class has excellent athletes. We have contributed to 10 state championship teams and have 15 of our student athletes planning to participate in their sports on the next level. None of them will tell you that athletic excellence was easy for them to reach. Our class also has a number of excellent students, having earned a total of almost $17 million in scholarships, the highest class scholarship total in Father Ryan history. Yet academic excellence is no easy thing to attain either. However, most difficult to answer and most important to the mission of Father Ryan is the call to be excellent people. What constitutes an excellent person? After all, three-point baskets, goals, and the like symbolize an excellent athlete, and a strong report card is a sign of an excellent student. As important as those things are, what defines an excellent person is something deeper. It consists of 3 parts, 3 characteristics that Father Ryan students and community alike are very, very familiar: faith, knowledge, and service. These 3 things, the steps along the path to achieving personal excellence, are the greatest gifts of the Father Ryan education. The first step is faith. Just like how all things at Father Ryan begin in prayer, excellence has its beginnings in faith. The first question I would consider when trying to pursue excellence on my own is, what is right? From the looks of things, that isn't always clear. Yet Father Ryan has given us the gift of faith, the gift of trust in God and His Word, which physically manifests itself in the Bible. As students of a Catholic school, we have seen the Bible as often as anyone. However, we cannot forget just how significant a gift it is. Consider this: every moral question, every issue of right and wrong, and every struggle we face is answered in the Bible. In other words, the Bible is God's Word, the one source of absolute truth about every absolute good in the world. And on paper, it fits comfortably into one hand. That, to me, is incredible. Add to that the fact that during our time at Father Ryan, we have received the gift of faith, the courage to turn to God and trust in His guidance, which is at our fingertips whenever we need it, and this gift is revealed to be one that is immeasurably powerful. The next step towards excellence is knowledge. However, this knowledge has nothing to do with book smarts or grades. It has everything to do with what came before it: faith. Knowledge is our response to faith. I like to think of it as a personal code that each of us keeps, based on what God has revealed through His Word. However, the point of knowledge is this: the personal code that we make for ourselves is not made up of our interpretations of the rules, or the rules that we deem necessary. Basically, it is not how we feel the rules apply to us. Instead, it is the reverse. It is the personal statement of how we will apply ourselves to the rules, or the rules are God's teachings. Knowledge is our personal investment in faith, serving as the grounds upon which we can live lives based on faith. Without this personal investment in faith, there is no way to become an excellent person through faith. As Father Ryan students, we have received the initiative to form knowledge. To me, most memorably, through Mr. McIntyre's speeches after each school mass, in which he encourages not only to do what is right, but also to live by what is right. That is the perfection of knowledge, a personal commitment founded entirely on what is truly right, as revealed through God's Word. With faith as a model, and knowledge as our commitment to embrace that model, what follows naturally is the last, often most difficult step to achieving excellence: service, how we act out our faith with regards to ourselves and to others. Service is built upon honesty, where many will assert that honesty is merely telling the truth or refusing to hide it. The truth stands that honesty is much more than merely speaking truth. Service is living honestly, or, in other words, living a life to be proud of through honest deeds. It means acting in accordance with the personal code of knowledge, which is based on faith, so that our actions model what God intends them to. When we act in ways that God does not intend, we often feel the impulse to hide whatever sin we may have committed, to live in fear of someone, maybe someone in particular, discovering it. Why live in fear? When by living honestly, we can not only live without fear, but we can also live with healthy pride in our good deeds. Furthermore, service does not mean doing the right thing for the sake of that pride. It doesn't mean to do the right thing once because we happen to hear it in a speech, or twice because we want to prove our goodness to ourselves, or 10 times because we start strong and falter. Service involves doing the right thing every time. Of course we will make mistakes. We are human. However, with the gifts that Father Ryan has given us through an education of faith, training in knowledge, and opportunities for service, it is our responsibility to maintain our will to do what is right, not for ourselves, but simply because it was God has shown us to be the right thing to do. These three gifts of a Father Ryan education are invaluable. That we can reach God's Word the moment we need it, that we have the courage to trust in it, that we have been shown how to form our own personal beliefs based on it, and that we can act out what we believe as true active followers of Christ is simply incredible. And these gifts are not just lofty ideals of the school. We see them embodied every day in the faculty and those around us. To share a few of the many instances of faith, knowledge, and service I myself have experienced, I want to ask a few questions. As a student moving to Tennessee from New York, just before my freshman year began, I didn't know anyone except for Emmy, and I had barely any connection to the community. Did Coach Bontrager offer me a job as a basketball manager merely because that's what basketball coaches are supposed to do? Or did he do it to welcome me into the Father Ryan community? Did Mr. Mascari begin his honors physics class with a poem about the importance of trying to reach our goals because it was part of the honors physics curriculum and the law of universal gravitation cannot be understood without it? Or did he do it because he wanted to see us succeed as many ways as we could? Did Mr. Lancaster choose to teach C.S. Lewis's novel, The Great Divorce, in his British literature class just because it happened to be a piece of British literature? Or did he teach it because he wanted us to see an example of the power of faith in action? Did Mr. Chambers taught my last class of AP U.S. History to tell us how much he loved us and wished for our success on the exam and in the future because that was a leading cause of the American Revolution and part of the AP exam material? Or did he do it because he cares about us on a level beyond the simple classroom environment? The examples are countless. To have such a group of instructors is an incredible blessing, and with our graduation from Father Ryan, we take up that mission of faith, knowledge, and service, the responsibility of being those examples of God's love to a world that has a dire need for such role models. The future presents challenges and temptations, yet with the spiritual guidance we have received at Father Ryan, we are well equipped to conquer any trials and resist the lure of sin, however they may present themselves to us. As we assume the roles of Father Ryan alumni, we pledge to spread the school's message to those that need it. Today, we step into the future, embarking on the journey to become spreaders of the good news. Not the good news in the sort of like, it's sunny today, but the good news, the news of true goodness, of what is right, and the joy that comes with following God's Word. As we embrace life beyond Father Ryan, we give our final farewells to life in high school, and we look forward to living the lives of truly excellent people.